giving a little talk tomorrow about lucky charms because it's St. Patrick's week and the theme is luck. So the thought for me was, I have a lucky charm. Cynthia gave me this for Christmas, and it's a beautiful dragonfly, which I really cherish because I learned about my sort of totem lucky internal charm from doing work with a native person. It was based on the wheel of wellness, the west, east, north, and south. And the internal totem was a dragonfly. Recently, I looked at dragonfly folklore, and in the East, it's a symbol of good fortune and good luck. Unfortunately, for the West, the European culture, they've often associated it with something dark and evil. I choose the Eastern philosophy in this way and completely let go of anything to do with negativity. Because from the native totem, the dragonfly has a story about being a powerful dragon initially, and for some reason became miniature and flying. But there's power there. So having it as my internal totem animal feels really strong, and I've played with it over the years. What I'd like to share this from my thinking this morning is that dragonfly is sort of how my leadership of affinity plays out. I did the same exercise to find out that I'm an affiliative leader. So here at Encompass, we talk about the north. Our north is typically our wisdom and our thoughts. The south is often our emotions and how we play out and remember and love from our past. The west is kind of work and integrity, and the east is inspiration and designing dreams. In between, though, is where I'm playing with the dragonfly, because the dragonfly has 4 constantly moving, active wings. And they don't, for me, line up like that. They line up more in the in-between. So I call it W, X, Y, and Z, just to open up that it could be scientific or it could be dreamlike. I'll start with the W, wondering. Just being open. Because whenever I see a dragonfly, now that I feel the affinity and affiliation with the dragonfly, I go, wow, hello. And it makes me realize how pretty and how light and how elemental the colors are. Because depending on the sun, sometimes this beautiful turquoise shows up, and that's my favorite color now. So the turquoise and that lovely colorful and lightness keeps reminding me to be open and joyful. WX, I'm playing on exploring, because that wing sort of keeps me in that curious and kind of open again, but also not too hard and fast on my point of view, but to look at different perspectives and to listen. So that's where the X comes for me. And then I had fun with the XY, the why, that's the big question. But I chose to say yes to that why, to be more positive and affirming. And I put no as KNO. So yes and knowing. Knowing, that's it, the knowing, that was the play on words, but making it KNOing. Because we have a lot of internal knowing, and we can judge when things don't feel right, and we can say yes because we're brave and try new things, but we also know sometimes in our different stages of the year that something might not be 100% what we want, or that we need a little support because we know ourselves. So now we get to the Z, which is the 4th wing, And I like to think of it, for me, as the zestfulness. That's what the dragonfly feels. I call the dragonfly my zestfulness. Just to be able to fly, to be active, to be happy. It's a lovely reminder. And yes, when I go hiking in the waterlands usually and I see a lovely dragonfly, I feel so happy. And it, like I was telling someone, Cynthia, this morning I had a leftover kind of a little bit of heaviness. And when I started writing the speech and pulled out my lucky charm, suddenly I felt good. So it's true. It works for me. It's my lucky charm. And I'm thanking you all just listening to my kind of fun in life. Thank you.